Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. So ang topic natin ngayon is for differential calculus, which is about continuity of functions at a number, part 4. So kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yung parts 1, 2, 3, ililink ko na lang sa description para ma-check nyo muna para meron na kayong background or idea dito sa i-discuss nating lesson ngayon. So, para mas makasabay kayo sa pag-solve natin ngayon ng problems. So, ito yung tatlong conditions uli para maging continuous yung function sa isang number. Tandaan nyo yan. Tapos, pag discontinuous, meron tayong dalawang types, removable and essential. Yan. May jump, tsaka infinite essential. Okay. So, nakasolve tayo ng hanggang number 2 lang ata, no? So, dito sa exercises 2, umabot tayo dun sa last part sa number 2 lang. Tapos yung pangatlo, sinulat ko lang pero hindi natin sinolve. Okay? Kasi wala nang oras. Magwa 1 hour na kasi. So, ito yung number 3. Sasagutan natin ngayon. So, again, ang direction pa rin netong exercise natin, number 2 is ito So, find the possible point or points of discontinuity and determine if f is continuous there. Classify the discontinuity as removable, jump essential, or infinite essential. If the discontinuity is removable, redefine f so that it will be continuous at that point of discontinuity. So, dito sa piecewise function natin, f of x, ano-ano yung mga possible points of discontinuity? So, una, kapag rational kayo, may rational algebraic expression tayo eh. Yung x value na magpapasiro sa denominator, possible points of discontinuity agad yon kasi magiging undefined expression dun sa point na yon. So, dito sa x minus 2 over 2x plus 6, yung denominator niya is 2x plus 6. So, para malaman nyo yung possible point of discontinuity, equate nyo sa 0 and then solve for x. Okay, so transpose si 6 sa kanan, magiging 2x is negative 6, and then divide both sides by 2. X is negative 6 divided by 2, negative 3. So, isang possible point of discontinuity agad, si x is negative 3. Tapos dito naman sa absolute value ng 2x minus 3, or yung kahit yung 2x minus 3 na lang, equate nyo sa 0, then solve for x. So, transpose yung negative 3 sa kanan, 2x is equal to positive 3, divide both sides by 2, x is equal to 3 halves. So, isang possible point of discontinuity din si 3 halves. So, ano pa? Kapag piecewise function kayo, check nyo yung boundary ng interval. Okay? Thank you, Iin Hiniero. Tapos, kung ano yung boundary, siya yung possible point of discontinuity kasi may ambiguity diyan kapag kinuha niyo yung one-sided limit, baka maging undefined yung two-sided limit, yung condition 2 baka mag-fail, di ba? So dahil endpoint or boundary yung 1 sa interval, possible point of discontinuity din yan. X is 1. So ilan yung total natin? 3. So iisa-isahin natin yan, i-test yung 3 conditions for continuity. So, depende kung saan nyo gustong simulan. Dito na lang muna sa 1. Sige, try natin sa 1. For x is equal to 1. So, condition 1 for continuity. Diba yung f of a, check natin kung mag-exist or defined, or that's equal to yung A is 1, f of 1. So kapag f of 1, ano yung pipiliin nating value ng f of x sa piecewise? So dahil may underline dito sa inequality symbol, ibig sabihin inclusive si 1. X is less than or equal to 1. So ito yung gagamitin nating value ng f of x. So bale, x minus 2 over 2x plus 6. So, isa-substitute nyo lang yung 1 sa mga x, di ba, pag nag-i-evaluate ng function. So, 1 minus 2 over 2 times 1 plus 6. So, 1 minus 2 is negative 1 over 2 times 1, 2 plus 6, 8. Or negative 1, 8. So, nag-exist or defined, right? So, check yung condition 1, satisfied. Next, yung condition 2, limit nung f of x as x approaches a, check natin kung mag-e-exist. Or ibig sabihin, limit ng f of x as x approaches, dahil a is 1, x approaches 1. So dahil nga piecewise function yan, kukonsider natin yung one-sided limit sa right hand tsaka sa left hand. So, limit nung f of x as x approaches 1 from the right. Sabihin, mag-a-approach si x sa 1 through values greater than 1. 1.000001, ganon. So, saang function tayo titingin or saang interval tayo titingin sa piecewise? Dito, sa if x is greater than 1, di ba? At ang value ng f of x dyan is 2x squared plus x minus 6 over the absolute value of 2x minus 3. So, yun yung gagamitin nating f of x. Ano uli yun? Sige, copy ko na nga lang. Yan. Limit neto as x approaches 1 from the right. So, pwede nyo na lang i-direct sub yung 1 sa mga x, parang two-sided limits, diba? Para makuha natin yung pinaka-value ng limit. So, 2 times 1 squared plus 1 minus 6 over the absolute value of 2 times 1 minus 3. So, 2 times 1 squared is 2 plus 1 minus 6 over the absolute value of 2 times 1, 2 minus 3. So, bale, 2 plus 1, 3 minus 6, negative 3 over absolute value of 2 minus 3, negative 1, which is negative 3 over absolute value ng negative 1, dapat gagawin yung positive 1. So, negative 3 over 1, negative 3. So, yung right-hand limit is negative 3. Next, yung left-hand limit naman, limit nung f of x as x approaches 1 from the left. Ibig sabihin, ina-approach ni x yung 1 through values less than 1. Let's say 0.99999. Okay, sa saang interval tayo titingin sa piecewise? Dito. So, ang gagamitin nating value ng f of x for the limit is x minus 2 over 2x plus 6. So, copy ko na lang. So, limit ng x minus 2 over 2x plus 6 as x approaches 1 from the left. So, to evaluate this limit, parang sa two-sided limit, ipa-plug in nyo lang yung x sa 1. Yung 1 sa x, baliktad. So, 1 minus 2 over 2 times 1 plus 6. So, 1 minus 2, negative 1, over 2 times 1, 2 plus 6, 8. So, negative 1, 8. Ngayon, para ma-check natin yung two-sided limit of f of x as x approaches 1, compare natin yung right hand tsaka left hand. Diba ito yung right hand? Ang value is negative 3. Yung left hand, ang value it is negative 1, 8. So, hindi sila equal. Ang ibig sabihin nun, does not exist yung two-sided limit as x approaches 1. Diba? So, failed agad tayo sa condition 2. The conclusion is f of x is discontinuous agad. Discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Yan. Pero, required pa rin sa atin na hanapin yung type of discontinuity. So, kapag hindi equal yung right hand tsaka left hand, ano nga uling type of discontinuity yon? Base dun sa notes natin sa taas. So, balikan nyo, that's jump essential. So, kung i-define further yung type of discontinuity, f of x has jump essential discontinuity at x is equal to 1. Okay? Next, so isa pa lang yung nakukuha natin, may dalawa pa. So, si x is negative 3 and x is 3 halves. So, si x is negative 3 naman, try natin. Test uli natin yung tatlong condition. So, condition 1, f of a, i-check kung mag-exist or that's f of negative 3 kasi this time the a is negative 3. So, kapag f of negative 3, anong pipiliin nating function value? Diba, pasok yung negative 3 sa less than 1 sa interval, diba? E di, ito yung value ng f of x na gagamitin natin. Kasi less than 1 naman talaga si negative 3. So, ito yung gagamitin nating f of x. So, to evaluate f of negative 3, substitute nyo yung negative 3 sa mga x. So, negative 3 minus 2 over 2 times negative 3 plus 6. So, negative 3 minus 2, negative 5. Over negative 2 times negative 3, negative 6 plus 6. O magiging undefined. Kasi over 0. E di failed agad yung condition 1. So, automatic f of x is discontinuous agad siya. Kasi nag-fail na agad condition 1 eh. Discontinuous at x is negative 3. Pero requirement is hanapin natin yung type. Anong type of discontinuity? So, kapag chinek nyo yung condition 2, diba, yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a, bale, limit ng f of x as x approaches negative 3, pwede nating i-consider yung right hand tsaka left hand. So, limit ng f of x as x approaches negative 3 from the right. Sabihin, kapag negative 3 from the right, sa number line, pag ganyan, ano dapat to? Negative 2.99999. Diba? So, i-plug in nyo ngayon dito yung limit ng 2x minus 2 over x minus 2 over 2x plus 6 as x approaches negative 3. So, sa substitute nyo lang yung negative 3 sa mga x. So, x negative 3 minus 2 over, ito i-factor out nyo yung 2 para mas makita nyo na mag-aano siya. Kapag pinalit nyo yung negative 3 sa x, bale, x plus 3. Right? So, kapag pinalit nyo yung negative 3 positive, magzi-zero nga siya dito, di ba? So, bale, we have negative 3 minus 2, negative 5, over 2 times 0 to. Negative 3 plus 3, 0. Pero, true positive or approaching 0, true positive or negative? Diba dahil nga ang x natin is negative 2.99999 plus 3 mo yun, positive, diba? So, approaching 0, true positive. Or ibig sabihin, kahit i-times mo yan sa 2, positive pa rin kasi positive to yan. So, therefore, negative 5 over 0 positive. Infinite limit yan. Kasi constant yung numerator tapos approaching 0 yung denominator through positive values. Pero anong sign ng infinity? Check nyo by rule of division for integers, negative divided by positive, negative. So dito pa lang 'di ba yung definition natin sa infinite essential discontinuity, kapag yung right hand or left hand limit ay either negative or positive infinity yung value, magkakaroon ka ng infinite essential discontinuity. Or kung kahit tuloy nyo yung limit naman ng f of x as x approaches negative 3 from the left. So, limit ng ganun uli, yung x minus 2 over 2x plus 6 as x approaches negative 3 from the left. Ibig sabihin naman, pag negative 3 from the left, sa number line, pag ganito, bali negative 3.0000001 yung value na assign sa x. So, bali negative 3, negative minus 2 over, sa factor out ko yung 2 tapos negative 3, negative plus 3. So, that's negative 3 minus 2, negative 5 pa rin. Over 2 times. So, this time, negative 3 approaching through less than value sa negative 3. So, that's negative 3.00001. I-plus 3 mo, mag-a-approach na yan this time sa 0 through negative values. Okay? So, bali, negative 5 over positive times approaching 0 through negative, 0 negative naman. Okay? So, bale, infinite limit din siya. Pero anong sign this time? Negative divided by negative, positive. Ayun. So, kapag left-hand limit naman, nag-positive infinity. So, therefore, yun nga, infinite essential yung type ng discontinuity. So, therefore, f of x has infinite essential discontinuity at x is equal to negative 3. Okay, last, may isa pa. Si x is 3 halves na lang. Okay, x is 3 halves. So, last. So, uulitin natin yung tatlong condition. For x is 3 halves, condition 1, f of a. So, ang a natin this time is 3 halves. So, evaluate yung f of x at 3 halves. So, kapag 3 halves naman, saan tayo titingin na value dun sa interval sa f of x? Sa greater than 1, di ba? Kasi yung 3 halves is greater than 1 na siya, 1.5. So, ang value ng f of x sa if x is greater than 1 is ito. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. Yan. So, ipapalit nyo ngayon yung 3 halves sa mga x para ma-evaluate, di ba? So, 2 times 3 halves is squared plus 3 halves minus 6 over 2 times 3 halves minus 3. So, that's 2 times 3 halves is squared is 3 halves times 3 halves, 9/4 plus 3 halves minus 6 over absolute value of 2 times 3 halves, cancel yung 2, 3 na lang, minus 3. Tapos, ito is cancel yung 2 sa numerator, 2 na lang yung 4. 9 halves plus 3 halves is 12 over, 9 plus 3, 12 over 2, 6. 6 minus 6, so 0. Over, absolute value ng 3 minus 3, 0, 0. So, indeterminate. So, ibig sabihin, failed agad tayo sa condition 1. Kasi hindi naman defined ang indeterminate, di ba? Therefore, f of x is discontinuous. Mamaya natin i-describe. Is discontinuous at x is equal to 3 halves. Pero kailangan nga nating i-describe anong type ba siya, removable or essential. So tutuloy natin yung condition 2 para ma-check kung magiging anong type siya. Limit nung f of x as x approaches 3 halves, as x approaches a, check natin kung mag-exist. Or limit nung f of x bale as x approaches 3 halves. So dahil meron tayong absolute value dito sa denominator, magiging piecewise yan. 'Di ba? Kasi ang definition natin ng absolute value is equal siya sa x if x is greater than or equal to 0 and negative x if x is less than 0. So, hindi nga lang x yung nakalagay sa absolute value but 2x minus 3. So, pwede nyong ipalit in place of x lang is yung mismong expression na 2x minus 3. Tapos, papalitan nyo lang lahat to ng 2x minus 3. So, absolute value of 2x minus 3 is equal to positive 2x minus 3 if 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. And negative quantity, palitan nyo yung x ng buong expression 2x minus 3 if 2x minus 3 is less than 0. So, pag sinolve nyo itong inequality, transpose si negative 3 sa kanan, 2x is greater than or equal to 3, then divide both sides by 2. Bale, ang interval neto is cancel yung 2, x is greater than or equal to 3 halves. So, yun na lang yung ilagay nating condition if x is greater than or equal to 3 halves. So, same lang din dito, pero magiging less than nga lang if x is less than 3 halves. Yan. So, kapag kinuha natin yung two-sided limits, dahil piecewise nga itong absolute value ng 2x minus 3, kailangan yung one-sided limit from the right at from the left. Kasi hindi tayo sure ngayon dito sa 3 halves. Kasi boundary siya ng interval or endpoint siya ng interval. So, kukuhain natin yung one-sided limit from the right at from the left. So, sige, muna tayo? From the right. So, ibig sabihin, yung x is mag-a-approach siya 3 halves through values greater than 3 halves. So, saan yun sa interval? Dito, sa una, right? Greater than or equal to 3 halves. Okay? So, therefore, yung limit natin magiging, yung denominator part lang yung absolute value, yung absolute value ng 2x minus 3, di ba? Ito talaga, yung pinaka f of x natin. Ito mismo. So, yung numerator, kokopyahin nyo pa rin. Ito. Kokopyahin nyo tong 2x squared plus x minus 6. Pero, yung denominator, yon dito nyo ibabase. Depende nga kung x is greater than or equal to 3 halves or x less than 3 halves. So, dahil approaching tayo from the right, 2x minus 3, positive. Okay. Limit as x approaches 3 halves from the right. So, pwede nyo na yang i-direct sub yung 3 halves. Okay? Thank you, Ingeniero. So, kapag sinubstitute nyo yung x sa 3 halves, nagawa na natin yan kanina, di ba? Nagsi-0 over 0 dun sa condition 1. So, i-check natin ngayon kung pwedeng ma-simplify para hindi maging indeterminate. I-factor natin. So, anong pwedeng factor ng 2x squared plus x minus 6? 2x and x. Easy factors ng negative 6. Pwedeng try natin negative 3 plus 2. tapos check nyo, negative 3 times x, negative 3x, 2x times 2, 4x, add negative 3x plus 4xx. So, same siya sa middle term. So, therefore, ito yung factored form niya. So, tamang-tama, makakancel natin yung 2x minus 3. Yan yung factor kasi na nagpa-indeterminate, di ba? Pag pinlagin mo kasi yung 3 halves sa x, magzi-0. 2x minus 3, plugin mo yung 3 halves, 0 pati sa denominator. So, kakancelin natin ngayon. Pag nire-evaluate nyo na yung natirang term or expression na x plus 2, sa 3 halves, defined na yung limit. So, pwede nyo nang i-direct sub na lang yung 3 halves sa x. So, 3 halves plus 2, okay, that's 1.5 plus 2, 3.5 or 7 halves. So, paano naman kapag yung left hand? Limit ng f of x as x approaches 3 halves from the left. So, ang value naman ni x is ina-approach si 3 halves through values less than 3 halves. So, sang interval yon dito. Ang gagamitin nating value ng f of x, anong absolute value ng 2x minus 3 is ito. So, magkakaroon lang siya ng negative, di ba? Sabihin, magiging limit ng, so same numerator, pero yung denominator natin ngayon is yung value ng absolute value ng 2x minus 3 sa x is less than 3 halves, ito. Negative 2x minus 3. Limit as x approaches 3 halves from the left. So, kapag sinimplify natin, di ba, yung factored form nga nito is 2x minus 3 times x plus 2 over negative 2x minus 3. So, makakancel natin itong 2x minus 3. Ang difference, nagkaroon ng negative. So, limit ng, gawin kong negative quantity x plus 2 as x approaches 3 halves from the left. So, pag dinirect sub nyo yung 3 halves sa x, bale negative 3 halves plus 2. So, negative 7 halves. So, check natin. Yung right hand tsaka left hand, pareho bang, equal ba sila or pareho ba? Sa sign sila nagka-differ, di ba? Yung right hand is positive 7 halves. Tapos yung left hand is negative 7 halves. Bale, yung two-sided limit sa 3 halves does not exist kasi magkaiba. Positive yung right hand, negative yung left hand. So, anong type of discontinuity? Pwede na nating makonclude kung anong type. 'Di ba kapag hindi equal yung right hand tsaka left hand, jump essential discontinuity. So, pag dinescribe natin further, f of x has jump essential discontinuity at x is 3 halves. Okay? So, next, sige, number. Tapos na, no? Number na nga pala to? Number 3. Sige. Next, number 4. Paano pag f of x is equal to the piecewise function ulit? 2x plus 4 over x cubed plus 8 if x is less than 1 and square root of 2 minus x minus 1/3 if 1 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2 and x squared minus 3 if x is greater than 2. Yan. So, hanapin natin yung possible points of discontinuity muna. So, kapag rational, di ba, kailangan nating ma-check yung magpapa-0 sa denominator. So, itong x cubed plus 8, equate nyo to 0. Yan. So, cubic siya, pero pwede siyang i-factor. Sum of two cubes. So, x plus 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 4 equals 0. So, equate each factor to 0. X plus 2 is 0. And x squared minus 2x plus 4 is 0. Dito, pag sinolve si x transpose si 2 sa kanan, x is negative 2. So, si negative 2 is a possible point of discontinuity. Okay? Ito kaya, pwede nyong gamitan ng parang ano to, imaginary. Sige, completing the square. X squared minus 2x is negative 4. Transpose. Negative 2 divided by 2, negative 1, tas square. So, mag-a-add ako ng 1. At ito, pwede nyo naman na itong i-quadratic formula na lang kung gusto nyo. So, bale, x minus 2 square. Then, negative 4 plus 1. Diba, mag-imaginary yan kasi negative 3, oh. Tapos, square root mo both sides. Bale, plus minus, cancel. X minus 2 is, ano to, plus minus square root of 3i. Tapos, transpose si negative 2, 2 plus minus square root of 3i. So, hindi natin to tatanggapin. Kasi, real lang naman yung inaano natin eh. Real possible point of discontinuity. Ay, ano pala to? Sorry, 1 lang pala. Bakit naging 2? 1 lang pala, sorry. Kasi x squared minus 2x plus 1 is, ang factored form niya is x minus 1 quantity squared. So, 1 lang to. Pero still, may imaginary pa rin, di ba? So, hindi natin ko consider. Yung mga real na lang. Real lang talaga. So, ano pa? Wala naman na tayong denominator, di ba? So, ang possible na lang na point of discontinuity is yung boundary sa interval. Ilan yung number sa interval? Si 1 tsaka si 2. So, yun yung another possible point of discontinuity. X is 1 and x is 2. Tsaka itong x is negative 2. So, isa-isahin uli natin yung 3 conditions dito sa tatlo. So, sige, for x is negative 2 muna tayo. For x is equal to negative 2, condition 1. So, yung f of a, check natin kung mag-exist. Yung a natin is negative 2. So, f of negative 2. So, kapag negative 2, saang interval tayo titingin? Less than 1. Diba? Kasi less than 1 yung negative 2. At ang value ng f of x natin is ito. Sige, copy ko. So, isa-substitute nyo lang yung negative 2 sa x. So, 2 times negative 2 plus 4 over negative 2 cube plus 8. Bale, 2 times negative 2, negative 4 plus 4 over negative 2 cube is negative 8 plus 8. So, magzi-0 over 0. Indeterminate. Indeterminate. So, hindi pwede yon. Therefore, hindi na-satisfy yung condition 1. Automatic, f of x is discontinuous na agad. Discontinuous at x is equal to negative 2 pala, no? Yan. Pero, kailangan pa nating ma-identify yung type of discontinuity. Required yon, di ba? So, tutuloy natin sa condition 2. Dito kasi natin malalaman kung anong type ng discontinuity. So, hanapin natin yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a. Or, bale, limit ng f of x as x approaches negative 2. Yan. Kasi a is negative 2. So, kapag pinlog in natin, sige, ito yung gagamitin nating f of x, di ba? So, magiging limit ng 2x plus 4 over x cubed plus 8 as x approaches negative 2. Diba, tinry na nating i-substitute yung negative 2. Nag 0 over 0. So, try nating i-factor. Pwede, diba? So, limit ng common monomial factoring 2 times x plus 2 over, ito yung finactor ko kanina, nung sinolve natin yung x, sum of 2 cubes, x plus 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 4. So, makakancel natin yung nagpa 0 over 0 na factor. Yung x plus 2. Diba? Kasi pag pinlagin mo yung negative 2 sa x plus 2, 0 yon. So, magiging limit na lang ng 2 over x squared minus 2x plus 4 as x approaches negative 2. E di pag nire-substitute mo yung negative 2 sa x, defined na yung limit, hindi na 0 over 0. So, magiging value ng limit is 2. Substitute nyo yung negative 2 sa x ulit. So, negative 2 squared minus 2 times negative 2 plus 4. So, 2 over negative 2 square is positive 4. Negative 2 times negative 2, positive 4 plus 4. So, 2 over 12. Or in lowest term, 1/6. So, define naman yung two-sided, yung two-sided limit. So, kapag define yung limits ng f of x as x approaches a, pero yung condition 1 is hindi true, anong type of discontinuity yon? So, base dun sa notes natin sa taas, sa mga previous videos, removable. So, therefore, f of x has removable discontinuity at x is negative 2. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating magawa ng paraan para ma-remove yung discontinuity. And required yun sa problem, di ba? Kapag daw removable, i-redefine natin yung f para maging continuous. Di ba sabi sa condition 3, pag tinuloy natin yung condition 3, dapat yung f of a is equal sa limit ng f of x as x approaches a. Ano yung f of a? F of negative 2 equal sa limit nung f of x as x approaches negative 2. Yung f of negative 2 is indeterminate, di ba? 0 over 0. Hindi equal dito sa nakuhang limit na 1/6. Pero kung i-redefine natin, gagawin nating 1/6 na lang tong f of negative 2, masasatisfy na lahat, di ba? Okay? So, if we redefine f of x at x is equal to negative 2 by setting f of negative 2 is equal to 1/6, then f of x will now be continuous at x is equal to negative 2. Okay? So, ito yung gagamitin natin. Mamaya, ifa-finalize natin yung pinaka redefined f of x sa piecewise function. Pero, kuhain muna natin yung iba. Meron pa tayong dalawa, di ba? So, tapos na si negative 2, si 1 at 2 naman. So, sige, si x is 1 naman. So, for x is equal to 1, condition 1 uli, isa-isay natin yung tatlong condition. F of A, evaluate kung mag-exist or bale f of 1 kasi A is 1 ngayon. So kapag f of 1, saang interval tayo titingin? Yung may inclusive dapat si 1. Eto, yung may underline kasi si inequality symbol dito, diba? 1 is less than or equal to x. So ito yung gagamitin nating value ng f of x. Square root of 2 minus x minus 1/3. Yan. So, isa-substitute nyo ngayon yung 1 sa x. So, magiging square root ng 2 minus 1 minus 1/3. Square root ng 2 minus 1 squared nung 1, or sige, 1 na lang agad, minus 1/3. Which is 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3. So, defined, nag-e-exist. So, satisfied yung condition 1. Condition 2 naman, hanapin yung limit ng f of x as x approaches a. So, bale, limit ng f of x as x approaches 1. So, dahil piecewise function to diba? Kukuhain natin yung piecewise function kasi siya, may hati sa 1, yung interval. Magwa one-sided limit tayo. Okay? Sige, so kuhain ko muna yung limit ng f of x as x approaches 1 from the right. Ibig sabihin, mag-a-approach si x sa 1 through values greater than 1. So, saang interval yon? Kapag greater than 1, diba dito siya pasok? Kasi ibig sabihin neto, sa x is in between 1 and 2. So, greater than 1 yon yung x pag nandito. So, ang gagamitin nating value ng f of x is ito pa rin. For the right-hand limit. Yan. So, papalitan natin ngayon yung f of x neto sa limit. Yan. So, pwede nyo na lang i-direct sub yung 1 sa x. So, same lang sa nakuha natin kanina, di ba? Square root ng 2 minus 1, square root ng 1, 1, minus 1/3, 2/3. Okay. Yung naman, left-hand limit. So, ibig sabihin, mag-a-approach si x sa 1 through values less than 1. Okay, 0.99999, ganon. So, saan namang interval tayo titingin kapag less than 1? Dito. Okay, at ang gagamitin nating value ng f of x doon is ito, yung 2x plus 4 over x cubed plus 8. So, copy ko. Yan. So, magiging limit ng 2x plus 4 over x cubed plus 8 as x approaches 1 from the left. So, pwede nyo na lang i-direct sub yan, yung 1 sa x. Parang sa two-sided limit. So, 2 times 1 plus 4 over 1 cube plus 8. Bale, 2 times 1, 2 plus 4, 6. Over 1 cube, 1 plus 8, 9. Or in lowest term, 2/3. Yan. So, check ngayon natin kung equal ba yung right-hand limit tsaka left-hand limit. Okay, equal. Nice. Pareho silang 2/3. 2/3, diba? So, ibig sabihin, yung two-sided limit mag-e-exist and equal din dun sa 2/3. So, satisfy yung condition 2. Next, condition 3, i-check natin kung yung f of a is equal sa limit ng f of x as x approaches a. Or bale, f of 1 is equal sa limit ng f of x as x approaches 1. Pareho ba? Yung f of 1, ang value is 2/3 o pareho. So, 2/3 yung f of 1, tapos yung limit nga ng f of x as x approaches 1 is 2/3 din. So, verified true. Therefore, f of x is continuous. Kasi na-satisfy niya lahat ng tatlong condition. Okay, meron pa tayong isa. Si x is ano naman? X is 2. Last. So, iisa-isahin uli natin yung tatlong condition. For x is 2, condition 1. Bale, f of a, hanapin natin or check natin kung mag-exist. So, bale, a natin is 2, f of 2. So, kapag x is 2, saan tayo titingin interval? Doon sa may underline sa 2, ito pa rin, yung gitna, di ba? May underline yung less than symbol. Inclusive si 2. So, ang value ng f of x doon is ito. So, kakopy ko. Yan. So, kapag pinlagin nyo na ngayon yung 2 sa x, bale square root of 2 minus 2 minus 1/3. Ito, 0 na to. Square root ng 0, 0 minus 1/3, negative 1/3. So, defined. Okay, so check yung condition 1, satisfied. Next, condition 2. So, limit nung f of x, check natin kung mag-exist. So, bale, limit nung f of x as x approaches 2, kasi a is 2, di ba? So, kung if x is approaching 2, nasa boundary yung 2 ng mga interval eh. So, kailangan nating mag one-sided limit. Di ba? Ito, boundary sila. So, i-consider natin yung one-sided limit dito. So, sa ano muna, right-hand limit muna tayo. So, limit ng f of x as x approaches 2 from the right. Sabihin, approaching si x sa 2 true values greater than 2. So, saang interval yun pasok sa piecewise function natin? Dito. So, ang gagawin nating value nung f of x is x squared minus 3. Yan. So, yung papalit nating value ng f of x is ito, x minus 3. X squared minus 3 pala. Yan. So, pwede nyo na lang i-direct sub yung 2 sa x. Parang two-sided limits. 2 squared minus 3, bale 4 minus 3 or 1. Okay, next, yung left hand naman, limit ng f of x as x approaches 2 from the left. So, mag-a-approach naman si x sa 2 true values less than 2. So, saang interval yun pasok? Dito sa gitna, di ba? Sa less than 2. So, ito yung gagamitin nating value. Yan. So, kukuhain natin yung limit neto as x approaches 2 from the left. So, kapag from the left, mag-exist ba tong square root ng 2 minus x? Diba kapag from the left, 1.9999. Okay? Mag-exist kasi less than 2 yung x. Pero kung from the right yan, 2.00001, magda-does not exist. Diba? Kasi magle-less than 0 yung square root, which is mag-i-imaginary yun. So, ito pasok to. Pwede nyong i-direct sub yung 2 sa x minus 1/3. Bale, ito 0 minus 1/3, negative 1/3. So, kapag chinek ngayon natin yung right hand, compare, right hand limit is 1. Left hand limit is negative 1/3. Magkaiba. Therefore, does not exist yung two-sided limit. So, dito pa lang, nag-fail na yung condition 2. Therefore, mako-conclude na natin na f of x is discontinuous at x is equal to 2. Pero, identify pa rin natin kung anong type ng discontinuity. So, madali na lang ma-identify kasi alam na natin na yung right hand tsaka left hand is magkaiba, hindi equal. Di ba pag magkaiba yung right hand tsaka left hand, anong type ng discontinuity? Jump essential. Or f of x has jump essential discontinuity at x is equal to 2. Ayun, so i-redefine na ngayon natin. So, di ba sabi, i-redefine natin itong f of x para kanina kasi meron tayong removable doon sa x is equal to negative 2. Kapag ginawa lang natin na f of negative 2 is 1,6, magiging continuous na yung f of x sa negative 2. So kapag ni-redefine natin as a whole yung original function, babaguhin natin to. Anong gagawin natin? Anong gagalawin nating part? Kung saan pasok yung negative 2 na interval? Saan lang ba pasok yung negative 2 na interval? Dito lang, di ba? Ito lang yung gagalawin natin. So, pwede nating gawin is, so di ba kapag x is less than 1, lahat na yan ng less than 1, ito gagamitin nyo. Pero, at the point na x is negative 2, i-exempt nyo. So, gagawin nyo siyang 1/6 if x is negative 2. Yung ginawa natin kanina, di ba? Yung sinet natin kanina. So, mababawasan tong interval na to. Instead na buong x is less than 1, ito, i-exempt nyo si negative 2. Paano gawin yon kapag interval notation? Exempt nyo dito si negative 2. So, gawin nyo, x is less than negative 2 and negative 2 less than x less than 1. Para hindi kasama si negative 2. Diba? So, ang value pa rin is 2x plus 4 over x cubed plus 8. Tapos ito, copy nyo lang kasi mga discontinuous naman talaga dito. Okay, so yan yung ating sagot. So, nakasolve na rin tayo ng ilan? 4 ba to? 4. Pero meron pa akong third exercises. Itutuloy pa natin to. Let's have part 5. So, part 4 na kasi to, diba? So, abangan nyo yung part 5 for this topic, continuity of functions at a number. Magsasolve pa tayo ng more problems. Okay, so subscribe lang kayo sa ating YouTube channel, Engineered Math, and hit the notification bell para kapag may bagong uploaded video tutorials, mananotify kayo. So, ililink ko na lang sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin for differential calculus, pati yung pinaka-playlist na rin ng differential calculus para mapanood nyo lahat ng mga videos ko simula sa unang lesson hanggang sa last lesson nyo sa DiffCal para meron na kayong video tutorial playlist guide from our YouTube channel sa Engineered Math para sa buong subject nyo na differential calculus. So, pwede nyo na yung i-binge watch, i-marathon. Pag kailangan nyo mag-review or mag-advance study, pwede rin. Okay, so sige, good luck sa mga nagtitake ng differential calculus. Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Basta mag-aral lang kayong mabuti and mag-solve ng maraming problems. Panoorin nyo lang palagi yung video tutorials ko. Gawin yung guide yung differential calculus playlist ko sa YouTube. Okay, sige. See you on my next video tutorial. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.